Well, good morning. Good morning, y'all. That was some good timing. Oh, I don't have a lot to say today. Sometimes I say that and then talk forever. But I this morning I went to the clinic. This morning I dropped to 18, and this morning, like, I don't feel great. For those of you that, like, if this is your first time, I'm currently tapering off of methadone. This is my second time tapering off, and I've hit some hiccups. I mean, this is a really tough medication for anyone to get off of. And I think all we can really do is give ourselves grace. Like, I'm not even really sure how people are finding my videos. Like, if you see this, Zelda, no, not now. If you see this video, you can let me know, because like, put it down in the comments. And I guess I'm gonna start asking people to do the subscribe and like thing now, because what I've realized is that the algorithm is probably most likely suppressing my videos in the search, just because this is like a taboo topic. That's why I was asking you guys how you found my video, because when I search for stuff like this, I don't find anything, including myself, obviously from a different channel. So everything I've been able to find about tapering off this medication is usually from doctors. And the problem with doctors is, while they have some knowledge of, like, anecdotal patient experience, just it's totally third person, they don't actually know what it's like, what it feels like, most of them. Now, I'm sure out there's somewhere is a methadone doctor who is a recovering opioid addict, but right now I'm not finding tons of people that had heroin addictions who then went through med school. Maybe some doctors that struggled with prescription addiction. But yeah, there's just not, there's nobody talking about this. And honestly, probably because they don't feel like it. Like, I don't even feel like it. I don't feel like making these videos most of the time. That's why I haven't checked in a few days. Actually, I did make a video, and I don't know whoever saw it, and that's fine. But I did make a video on Thanksgiving that I posted for like a day or two. I think it was up for 2 days, and then I took it down because after I had some chance to sit in, I felt like I had just come to the video with like too much of my own energy. I had some stuff going on, like with a friend because of the holidays, and I was aggravated. Anyway, that video is no longer there, and this morning I'm just back checking in, letting you guys know how I feel. I haven't felt well the past week. I think I've mentioned this before, like, I've been going back and forth between dropping once a week and dropping once every 5 days. Sometimes it seems like dropping once every 5 days is all right, but if I do it too many times in a row, like, I don't know if like my central nervous system just doesn't have enough time to adjust or what, but that's when I start getting like the late night symptoms. I've had restless legs the last few nights, but haven't been able to take my clonidine. I'm gonna try this thing with adding salt to my afternoon meals to see if I can get my blood pressure up enough to be able to take the clonidine every night, because it's helpful when I can take it. But you know, the fact is, like, I'm just at a low dose, 18 today. And for those of you who don't know, like, I was at a higher dose, not terribly high. It's not very high at all, really, compared to how high some people get. I think I got up to I don't remember if it was 120 or 130, in that range. This process is just gonna suck. Like, it's 8:20 here. I've been wide awake since 3 a.m. I went to the clinic at 6, took my medication, came home, and like, I don't feel like I can do much other than just sit for about another hour. My mornings dropping at once every 5 days at 1 milligram. My mornings feel extremely emotionally flatlined. I feel like when I get up, I could stare at a wall for like 4 or 5 hours. And it wouldn't bother me. In fact, that's like what I have to do to sort of get my brain to come online. And that's kind of what it feels like, is just like my body and my brain are just not turning on in the morning. And instead of my dose hitting me, you know, in 30 minutes to an hour, now it's taken me 4 hours, 3, 4, 5 hours to feel my dose. That's one of the reasons that my doctor said I was like below therapeutic value, because I don't feel relief, like a great relief after taking it. And I'm experiencing withdrawal in the evening. Now, you could look at that another way and think like, well, maybe you're just dropping too fast. But like, I'm not going to be at the clinic for 10 years. I've already noticed that it's harder to come down this time than it was the first time I went when I was in my 30s. Now I just turned 43 actually over the holiday. And it's harder. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's even just doing it 7 years later, like, I think that's how long it's been, it feels like I've just aged. And you wouldn't expect that to be the truth, that it would feel so much harder to come off of this in your 40s than it did in your 30s, but it's feeling that way to me. And I'm just not really truly willing to slow down enough to not have any symptoms. I mean, it's not that I'm not willing to, but the amount of time that I have to sit, it turns, you know, weeks turns into months fast. And I've already spent years of my life going to a clinic. And it doesn't really matter. Yes, it matters tremendously. It helps to get take-homes. But it doesn't really take off the burden of having to go up there every couple of weeks and like be around the folks and like see people you might not want to see or talk to. I'm just ready to be off. And yeah, I mean, you might not see any snot coming down my face today or tears coming out of my eyes, but I'm not feeling amazing. No energy, no energy. We're back to this place of low energy again. I feel like it's just going to be steady, constant healing until I'm off. My brain and body aren't going to be able to fully heal until like I'm off. So I'm just here to let you guys know I'm still here feeling this way, and hopefully this helps somebody. Methadone's a beast to come off of. My hands are still healing from the laser therapy I had. In fact, I think the cold weather hasn't been helpful. I've got like pretty distinctive marks where the laser hit. So anyway, I'll keep y'all updated on that, but there's not really much to update now other than how I feel. So yeah, hope y'all have a good day, and maybe I'll have something more interesting to say next time, good or bad. All right. Happy week!